Alright, guys.
We should go. We should do it character by character.
No, just do it by tier.
No, because then we'll go into like long tangents.
Well,
But I mean, it's
ATP
hard to.
can facilitate that.
I think it's better to go tier by tier.
I agree.
Like you start with the tops, and then you go high, upper mid, lower mid, low, trash. And I mean, obviously, we don't know everything about every character, but
Right.
I
just
do.
a general
Shut
idea of how things are going. So, but are we in agreement to do S plus, S minus, A plus, A minus, so on and so forth?
Yeah.
Wait,
Listen-
why are you doing S plus and S minus but not regular S?
I don't know if you need a regular S. I don't know if like maybe an A tier, you could use a regular A, but I don't know if there's enough top tier characters to merit.
Well, why don't you just call it S
Super
plus
teams.
and then S and then A plus?
Fine. For aesthetic
Yeah.
reasons, we should.
Fine. We can do S plus S. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds better.
All right. So who do we? So I guess ATP, you'll facilitate. Who do we have with us tonight?
We have William Ramos, aka. Actually, I don't know what your tag is.
Lord
Lord
Winning.
Winning.
God
Lord
bless.
Winning.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, Henzar logged on. Is anyone friends with Henzar?
No,
I don't want to be.
Ooh.
you are, because you saw that he logged on.
No, he messaged in the chat, like
Oh.
in the chat. Hey, wait, Caleb, this is your chat, right?
Yeah, he has to add me first.
No, well, you had him.
Well, I don't know his shit.
It is HENZZAR, and then the number 86. But anyway, so we have William Ramos, aka Lord Winning. We have this mysterious person who goes by Ryujin 882.
I don't know who it
His
is.
name cannot be said publicly.
No.
And we have Caleb Gonzalez, the man,
Wow.
the legend, aka Love in 60 frames per second. And
Or the
myself,
Dark Lord, because
The Dark Lord. who got super
Oh my
salty.
I don't know why he calls me that.
You called yourself that once.
Like what? Maybe I was high off life and I call myself.
You gotta
Dark
create storylines, man. Come on, make things interesting.
And then there's myself, Andres Taze, aka ATP,
Boo.
So-
AKA avoid the puddle.
aka something tennis pro circuit, aka adenosine triphosphate. And we are about to have Nick Lanyard, or Lybrand, whatever his last name is.
Lanyard. Nick Lanyard.
Nick Lanyard,
Oh, let me add him. Hold on. This is-
aka Henzar. So, we'll start out with the S plus tier. And to figure out a way we do it, if we have like some serious disagreement, we can maybe take like a quick vote.
So is someone keeping track of like what we're talking about, what we decide, or is this
Yeah,
just
yeah. I'll keep track of it here.
All right.
So, let me actually, because this might get a little complicated.
I predict this will be everybody versus ATP the whole time.
No, we'll have some decent agreement. It won't be like,
the top 5, and then after that, I'll probably just start raining down.
I don't know, man. You're passionate about your opinions, ATP.
Very.
somewhat, but anyway. All right, so S plus. We'll start with that.
S plus, first and foremost, I would like to nominate Alien.
Alien,
For
yes.
all his hard work.
Specifically, acidic and tarkatan are the two S plus variations. I don't think there's any real debate on that.
I mean, I wouldn't put Tarkatan S plus, honestly.
Oh,
I would.
I wouldn't
Why?
just because of the Rekkas.
Why?
The Rekkas are either unsafe or there's a gap, and that's like his main thing.
This is true. They are unsafe or have a gap, and there are a lot of characters that can blow it up every time, like Lao, Jax. Actually, I think that's about it, to be honest. Cassie can blow it up.
Oh, I think you make me put Cassie in S plus, and I was about to go in. Like,
No. Those are characters that can blow it up every time. But my reasoning for that is that just the what makes Tarkan S plus more than anything is his forward 1-3-4 string that every alien uses ever.
Yeah.
So when you do the low version in Acidic and Conjurer, and they get hit, like if they get hit by the low, they actually can't really combo off of that unless they commit to, EX crawl or something like that, right? And that's, that's not hit confirmable. You have to just do it, right? Tarkatan with the Rekkas can confirm off of that, and for pretty decent damage.
Well, who's gonna get hit by that low?
Everyone, because people block the forward, if you're blocking overhead sometimes, because I'll do forward 1-3 overhead.
Yep. Like you wouldn't think to block the low, because the low doesn't lead to anything. But
Oh, the low is the 4? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
But after a while getting hit by overhead, you just kind of want to stop getting hit by
Yeah, and then
overhead.
you get hit by the low, and then the Rekkas. And Tarkatan also gets the EX Rekkas, which is basically aliens' only semi-safe armored move. I mean, the low scoop is not punished by anyone. Oh, and hey, what's up, Nick?
Yes, welcome to the call.
I don't know if your mic is on.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Enzar? Hello?
Hey, I still got this drone.
I decline your video request.
Yeah, I don't want to see your
wanna
video,
you.
dude. Jesus Christ.
No, we got it. No, what's up, Nick?
Hello?
Just keep it these ugly pictures, Bray.
Hello? He doesn't even have a picture.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I can hear him, but you are super faint, man.
Yeah. Can't hear him.
Maybe. I honestly don't know.
There you go.
Okay, you're coming through better.
That's better, yeah.
Is it better now?
It's better.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Whenever I turn my normal sound up, the mic sound goes up, so that's fucked up, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Alright,
So we
fine.
just got started. We just started with the S plus tier, and we're gonna do it in
Not
the
alien.
way-
I heard Rekkas and lows, and everybody gets hit by the low plus Rekka, and I'm like, fucking alien. And
Yeah. So we're basically gonna separate it in like S plus, S tier, A plus, A tier, so on and so forth, until probably like C is where we'll stop.
I concede.
So, ooh. Oh, but you concede the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think Tarkatan's a top 5 variation, and for me, I have about 5 characters in S plus. So Acidic and Tarkatan, pretty clearly.
So alien in general, or do you have do you count Tarkatan and Acidic as 2 characters?
2 characters.
There are definitely 2 characters, and Conjure is definitely not S plus. I mean, he's still really good, and I'll tell you
yeah,
why.
he's
But-
definitely good, but any setup character where it takes time to get shit done, that's gonna knock him down a notch.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, we'll have those 2. I think it's up the good point of the Rekkas, but it's still really, really good character. So okay, and then moving on with S plus, I also have Piercing Mileena.
Of course.
Yep.
No debate.
Is there any debate on that?
No,
Uh,
come on.
I would almost say there's a what's the teleporting one again? I fucking forget about that one.
Well, they all tell.
Ethereal.
Oh, Ethereal.
Well, we're talking about
Here-
piercing, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that I've never seen enough of Ethereal to know if it's superior to piercing or not. I've seen some pretty crazy shit, but having the low option there, of course, is just already super good when it comes to the projectiles.
It's the side normals. She literally gets like a whole
Oh,
new
yeah,
set of
back-
normals that.
The back one too is really super good too.
She gets the free armor break, and Ethereal, you need meter to actually get some true mix-ups going with their teleports. So,
Yeah. And she loses the restand.
yeah.
Oh, she does have a restand. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So piercing, pretty clear. So for me, I've got Ronin in S plus.
Ronan,
Yes, I
We already
agree.
talked about that. That one could be debated because he's really good, but is he top 5 good? Is the
Yes.
I
question.
don't think he's
no,
top 5
he's
good.
not
Yeah.
that good. Not even.
I
So
think
wait. Ryujin says he is S plus, and Henzar says no. What did you
Hell.
say?
I think no
Just-
too.
Caleb says no. What do you say, William?
Yeah, I'm have to agree with them. I don't think it's a top 5. I just don't see I don't see it having enough tools and mix-ups.
Enough
So let me
tools.
hear let me hear the counter argument as to why not.
Pretty much if he gets his stuff, he's good, of course, it's like any character. But what else is there? He's not. His neutral's alright.
His neutral's great.
His neutral's amazing.
It's don't get me wrong, but it's not easy.
Well, but we're not. we can't base these characters
what do we base
on
it
how
on?
easy or hard they are. You're talking about the highest level, and at the highest level, I think Ronin Neutral's like, you know, top 5. That's why I have him there. I think he has the second best normals,
I
and
think neutral, neutral is a good point, but when he's down and you need to get back, in clutch mode here, his armor really can't get him a lot of damage unless you're like in the corner, and even then it can get you like a restand at best. Plus, it's not like a true jail. You can definitely armor out of it. You can backdash out of the pressure. At a highest level, you can get out of that pressure without meter. I wouldn't say no problem, but you can do it. And it's definitely not guaranteed that you're going to get that pressure. You block correctly and everything like that, and he's definitely punishable, especially his armor, which wouldn't give him a big punish in the first place, man. So
well, his offense is not punishable unless they choose to do something that is his armor is
his normal options and his normal pressure. No, I would. It's definitely not all punishable. You can make it safe, but there's like I say, a lot of gaps in there, and defensively, he does not have much in terms of defense at all, especially that wake up armor. Yeah. It's just terrible. It's really bad,
Well, no, the EXDP is fine. I mean, it's not a launcher, but
it's compared to the other characters.
Yeah, compared to the other characters, you can't combo off of it, and it's crazy punishable,
My thing about him,
I don't know. I think that's just one weakness. I mean, every character's gonna have a weakness.
But S plus, like, if you ask me what Alien's weakness is, let's be honest, like, what would you say?
You would say the EX flip, but
like exactly, like a good move is his weakness.
But yeah, exactly. It's super good. You can't jump over that fucking move. You get.
Well, let's not compare him to Alien. Alien is clearly the best in the game.
Clearly, good.
I agree.
But then, like Mileena, like it's a mix-up. Like you're scared because you like, is it regular roll? Is it a backdash? Is it a teleport? Like you're.
And it's punishable, but you get 30-40% out of it if you're, your shit.
Takeda, like, oh, you want to do this launching armor? Okay, get broken because it's like 15 frame startup.
All right, well, we'll put Ronin to the side. I have some counterpoints, but I want to know if you don't have Ronin there at S plus, do y'all have anyone else in S plus in mind over him?
Was that your whole S plus ATP?
Well, right now we're still in S plus.
Sonya Demolition.
So demo Sonya. You have an S plus. I actually agree with that.
I would say, Scar, in the hands of Scar, especially.
It's not even in the hands of Scar.
Yeah,
it's like
I think it's anybody.
Yeah, anybody that can do what Scar does.
What about
Simply
you?
because you cannot play basic footsies. Sorry if I interjected. But,
yeah, go for it.
Keep going.
You can't play footsies. It's with that character because the grenade is going to be a factor after every poke. If you're playing against someone who actually controls himself with the grenade in front of you, like down 4 into grenade, down 1 into grenade. Like you can't just block and punish. And that's basic footsies. With her, if you do that, you get blown up.
This is true. She does stop basically all footsies when those grenades are out. You have anything to say on demo? Because I agree, she's S plus.
I'd say she's big. Yeah, she's huge.
I agree. Just because same points.
And her neutral is absolutely amazing. Even like. When you lose grenade, she becomes a normal character, but she's not that bad of a normal character.
Yeah, she's still like EX grenade reload. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, with the grab, it's almost guaranteed. Not quite, but I mean, it's a hell of a mix-up, man.
Let me write this down. Like, I need to know.
All right, so right now we have 4 in S plus confirmed: Acidic, Tarkatan, Piercing, and Demo. It's in no order, by the way. It's just the order we think of it in. Does anyone else have anyone else for S?
What do you guys think about Shinok?
No. Not even like as a Shinok player. Like I'm not like downplaying him. I won't put him there. Like he's really close, but he's not.
Yeah.
There.
He has too many holes in too many places. So.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I haven't seen what happened to him after he got patched.
Shaolin Kung Jin.
Oh.
I don't think so either.
I disagree.
I do simply because it's easy. It's an easy top tier.
But again, we're not talking
about. I'm saying his game plan is easy. Not like at the highest level, like his game plan is very easy.
Still, but like for example, he has no launching armor either. All of his armor can be armor broken fairly easily. I mean, you can do the fly kick, but that's pretty crap armor. Most of the chakram, low chakram pressure can be armored through. He does no damage without meter. He's really good, but all these flaws start to add up.
My problem with Kung, and when I say problem is the reason he's fucking good and why I hate him, is it seems that he's safe on every goddamn thing he does.
Yeah, he is.
What's the same with Ronan?
Well, yeah, but Ronan is still
Like your shit ends at a point.
Yeah.
No. He's plus on almost everything.
But your shit ends at a point. Like at a point, if you block correctly, it ends. Like
But it's the same with Kung Jin.
It doesn't seem that way.
Well, Kung Jin also has the mobility to make up for that.
Like the frames don't make sense. Like his frames can vary, and that's his problem.
I would actually argue Ronan has better mobility than Kung Jin. That ball roll is very good. You don't get a combo off of it, but it's safe. You can choose where it goes, whereas the dive kick, it's basically...
But you can anti-air it.
You have forever to hit him out of it. Yeah, I think his mobility is worse.
We're talking just pure mobility. Like if you make a jump, if you jump, and you see that they threw a projectile from full screen, Ronan can punish him for it.
Kung Jin's jump-ins are just better. So like it trades off.
Well, yeah, the jump ins.
And it's not so much mobility coming in; it's mobility getting out. It's escaping, man. He can escape and immediately start zoning, and bait you for that whatever 30% dive kick bullshit, anti-air, crazy neutral jump punch range. Kung is just he can convert off so much at such a crazy range, and then get out of town if he needs to.
I don't think he's S+. Like thinking about it now, S+.
Maybe not S+, but that's why I was asking for an opinion, because
there's still an S tier below that. I'd be probably okay with that, but S+, he's not on the same level as Mileena and Alien. I can't say that.
Yeah, he's just not putting out the damage as well as his safeness, and even then, he has a point to it where he stops the pressure. So
but anyway,
actually,
So S+.
Well, I think Shiryu is S+.
No.
You think Shiryu is S+?
Yes.
No, I think like once it started, it's good, but then like once he's in defense, it's terrible.
Yeah,
You have no armor.
I think his Oki game, like when he's on the ground, is really predictable. He's either going to teleport, which is very punishable, or he's going to...
Well, he's just going to have to hold it like a lot of characters do, but I mean, again, that's just one weakness, I think he has great space control. He controls a lot of the screen, a lot of the neutral.
And he has really good hard to blockables too.
He has hard to blockables. He builds meter like crazy. He has 50/50s.
But like S+, if you look at the characters, they have everything.
Yeah, I think someone to replace him. Honestly, I feel like Cutthroat Kano.
No.
I mean,
disagree.
It's Cutthroat Kano. At the highest level, it's Cutthroat Kano.
I would say maybe S+ ends maybe at Alien and Sonya, man.
And
And Mileena, maybe, because I mean, I don't fight enough top tier Mileenas to know, but I mean, the staggers are really good with her and everything. But I mean, some of her main pressure and some of her overheads and her mix-up game is crazy punishable. But if you're defining S+ by all those tools, then maybe Mileena, But I don't know. I say Alien and Sonya are solid S+. And all the rest.
No one's arguing that. That's fine. Yeah. And Mileena's pretty cut and dry also as being S+ as well. Piercing anyway. All right, so it sounds like there's debate on that next level, and I feel like since S+ is pretty unanimous, we'll just leave it at those four as acidic, Tarkatan, piercing, and demo.
All right.
So S.
That's where it starts getting. That's probably where we're gonna start arguing. Not arguing, like getting into it.
Hey, argument is good. That's entertaining.
I definitely think Ronan is S.
Yes.
The only weakness of having a non-launching armor, I don't think you can hold that against them. Especially when Sonya has that same problem, and it's even worse than Takeda's.
I think it's just because his pressure stops. Like, if you block correctly, you're like, oh, I'm out. Like, it's okay.
But you're not.
Well, if you press a button, you're out, but
you're
you
not
have to
like
work
in
to get out.
another 50-50, or you're not in a... Because in Mileena, you're in a bad neutral situation no matter where you are. Like, no matter what you do. You're in a bad situation.
But you could say Ronan and Mileena have somewhat similar game plan, where they're not true 50-50 characters. They have them. They're like sprinkled through, but they're not like gonna mix you up like these other characters are. But their staggers and their footsies and their neutral control and their conversions and all these things adding up. Like, I definitely think Ronan is S. I can see the armor argument. Yeah, just having EXDP kind of sucks when everyone else is getting full combos, but I mean, I gotta have Ronan in S. I don't see how he isn't.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not in S. I was just letting you know, like.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
disagreeing.
No, he's in S.
Oh, okay. Is anyone else? I know Ryujin agrees. What about the other two?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I also think Shiryu is S. I think that Shiryu and Ronan are very close in tier.
I can agree
I
with
agree
that
that
too.
Shiryu is S as well.
I don't agree with that.
Wow.
Simply because like once like if you it's like the Hayate versus a Shira Ryu player. Like it's completely bad. Like,
We're not going to talk about bad matchups necessarily, because
you have to
Mileena.
think it's the same character. It's not like even a bad matchup. It's the same character. It's just like if you look at the tools, like why is one completely terrible against another one?
Well, Shira Ryu has slightly better space control. Shira Ryu has basically unblockables with the right setup.
Right, but then
Shira Ryu builds more meter
Uh-huh.
than almost any character in the game. Shira Ryu gets access to EX Kunai, which is amazing as a pressure tool.
right.
Has
As a
the most
mixed-up
damage
tool.
output.
He has the yeah, that too. He gets, I think, meterless like 30 for everything. And
I'm just saying, like defense-wise, like once you're on defense, you
right
have
on
to
defense.
block.
In defense, he is very low, even amongst the entire cast. But his offense is so good, and the fact that there's things that you can do like the wake up option select. He has a 7-frame down one now. On wake up, he does have EX teleport, which is viable. I mean, obviously, it can still get blown up, but if you're just sitting there blocking, then he can just wake up throw or wake up backdash or whatever.
But like, I mean, you can't just do like if you at the highest level. Do we count wake up throw, wake up backdash, or do we use the
Yeah, they're definitely there.
because that
I
goes
mean,
for any character, and that just might change things. Like,
right, they are. But what I'm saying is that EX teleport is a viable wake up option.
I mean, I don't know.
I agree.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's amazing. But I'm saying if you have knocked down a Takeda and you're not someone like Liu Kang or Jax or Lao, you're not going to armor break that teleport.
That's over. You don't have to. You just poke it.
No, he has armor on it.
You poke it. He teleports first. He teleports to one side, then he teleports to the other.
I mean, but then if you're just poking and they block, then
Then
okay,
I mean, the
it's
poke.
his turn.
Like it's a poke. Like it's MKX. It's a poke. That's not the worst thing you can do.
I know, but what I'm saying is that because he has at least one option on wake up, and he has an armored launcher as well. I mean, it's not great, but for anything with a gap, he does have the ability to launch for a full combo. And it just that offense is just so good that I don't know if I can bump him down to A+, because A+ is where you start getting into like, I don't know, like Quan and.
I mean, he kind of is like a Quan.
How do
If
you
you think
poke his
about it,
teleport anyway?
you can like poke it and he teleports. It's a long startup.
Yeah, but he's saying you can just down one and you'll hit the armor, but you'll have enough time to block the actual teleport attack. But at the same time, if that's all you're doing, he just wakes up, blocks once, and then it's his turn to do whatever.
Unless the character with a stupid down one, which I mean, it's a thing. I mean, it's
Well,
not.
you can just down one back. He can down one back everyone.
But do you see how like you're like going over all these situations? Like imagine like a Takeda on the floor and he's going through all these situations. Like Ronan's probably gonna do like a EXCP, like get out.
Yeah. And then this is why he's S. And I mean, I can agree that he's clearly. I think he's worse than Ronan, but I don't think he is a whole tier worse than Ronan.
Right.
That he's in the same tier as
I don't.
all these other characters.
Well, what does everybody else think besides Levin
Yeah, go ahead.
About Takeda?
about Ronan and Shiryu?
Ronan and Shiryu, I would definitely say Ronan's better. But the setup alone with the EX Kunai is so fucking good, man. That is just an amazing tool. I would think that's definitely enough to at least keep him in the same tier. It's for me, I have a lot of trouble blocking that, to be honest. And,
Well, everyone. It's basically
exactly. And with Ronan, I just haven't fought a good enough Ronan, or
Shade.
a little bit. No, seriously, either I haven't fought a good enough Ronan, fuck you, or I just, or maybe I am fighting really bad Shiraryus because I personally have more trouble with Shiraryus who are going to put that setup on me than I do getting out of Ronin pressure. And me personally, I would put it on my personal pain in the ass list, I would put Shirai Ryu higher than I would Ronin. But as far as playing at the highest level and all that, man, I guess I haven't played Shirai Ryu at the highest level, or Ronin at the highest level, because I'm listening to y'all's arguments going back and forth and shit, and the entire time I'm sitting here thinking, fucking, Shirai Ryu is pretty good. Considering how he can just get...
I think they're just in the same tier. I think Ronin is the better choice, but they're in the same tier.
They're in the same... I think if we can all agree that they're on the same tier, that we can drop that fucking subject and say that he's S.
Okay,
Caleb does, but
I'll let it slide. Yeah, I can put him S, because I don't like...
What's your opinion? Because right now it looks like it's 3-1. If it's 3-2...
Oh, no. I actually agree with the majority here. Sorry, Caleb. But honestly, it's... you got the hard blockables, you got the insane damage. On top of that, with the EX not being just his EX teleport not being like a standard block, like you actually have to like think about it. In the middle of the neutral, you're going real fast, and he hits you with the mid low, and then to a launcher, right back into like 40% plus. If he spends enough meter. I just think that has to keep him S tier. Like there's only one weakness really, and that's if you block.
Moving on.
I think what keeps him out of S plus is definitely you have to burn meter to get damage. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 S. We got Ronin and Shirai Ryu. Up next, what I heard mentioned was Cutthroat Kano. I agree with that he is S as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the great down 4, great mobility, 50/50s, probably the most practical damage in the game outside of Ferrotor.
What do you mean practical? What do you mean when you say that?
Well, I mean, obviously with Blood God, I can get a damage totem and a blood sacrifice and a parry, and I can do 80% for a bar. But that's not going to happen in a real match. But in a practical situation, Cutthroat Kano will hit you for 50% for a bar.
No matter what.
Yeah, so like that's what I mean by practical damage. Like everyone has all these amazing damage combos, but you're never going to land that crap in a match. But Kano, Cutthroat will, and Ferrotor. Ferrotor gets like 60 for a bar.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think all of that's good. He has safe wake-ups. He has armor launching wake-ups. He has great anti-airs. His only weakness is that his jumps are atrocious. And the fact that his footsies are, while they're good, they're not like...
But his jump, the thing about his jumps is he has that air ball.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that if he jumps at you, it's not that big of a deal. Even if he hits you with the air ball, it's what?
I get that. I get what you're saying.
8%, 10%. Other characters can't do shit about it. So Cutthroat S, are we good on that?
I don't know. I don't think he's S per se.
I think
you need to play Gnarly Gato Alex. He will fucking go crazy on your ass.
Well, yeah, but he's also a lot better than me. I mean, I think
but I mean, like, it's just...
hold on. When you compare Cutthroat to all the other characters and variations, I think that he has a lot of good tools. Probably has the most tools that are like the best, but at the same time, like he plays the game, but he doesn't go above the game like an Alien or a Mileena.
He kind of does.
Right, but he's not an S+. We're not saying S+, but just S with Ronin and Shirai Ryu.
Like he has safe 50/50s. That's pretty much the game.
Yeah, he has safe 50/50s, but like Ronin and Shirai Ryu, like those characters easily outspace him.
Right, but if Cutthroat touches them, then they literally can't move. Like it's basically a vortex situation.
Break their armor.
And he has real 50/50s versus the other two are... Yeah, he has armor breaks. He has parries, sort of.
EX cannonball to get in.
Parries?
If you do the EX buff, it's...
yeah.
And, I mean, it's not like a real parry, but...
And, like, EX Knives is a really good pressure tool.
Yeah, it's +8. I think he's...
It's okay.
I used to not believe, but after a while, I've gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, this guy is...
Well,
he used to not be patched also. I mean, after the patch, he became a monster, you know?
Yeah.
So... But all right, it looks like that, at least, you got overruled 4-1.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Up next for S, I also have Swarm Queen Devora.
S?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We can let Will go into this one because he plays the character.
Yeah, that's not one for me.
Great offense. Super, amazing pressure, very plus. There's nothing bad about her offense, honestly. It's almost no end if you time it right, but she's on the ground, she loses.
Her armor is bad, but they buffed it now to at least not every character in the game can armor break her now.
Exactly, but I mean, at the same time, that's her only option. So I mean, I could see her being an S plus. I mean, not S plus, S.
Yes.
Because
the armor, the defense options knock her down. But yeah, her offense is basically flawless.
Yeah, I think she's S. I mean, like I said, I think every character has to have a weakness, and that's a fine weakness to have. I think that what keeps her from S plus is she's stamina dependent. But besides that,
That too. Yeah.
I mean, she's S
that could
just
be,
because of
yeah.
that reason.
That's a good point. Good point.
Okay. So all right, Swarm Queen S. My last character for S. Well, actually, I have two more, and y'all can chime in or not. I do agree that Shaolin Kung Jin is S as well.
All right, that's
Yeah,
yeah, I'll put there.
definitely.
Why not?
I'll
Why
agree.
not?
Yep.
Because, best jumping in the game, safe on everything,
Anti-air.
50/50s, giant anti-airs, giant normals, safe armor. His weakness is that you can break his armor quickly and that he's a little meter hungry, but
I mean, but then like certain the characters that can break his armor can break anybody's armor. That's the thing about it. Like you're not gonna get like a.
Well, what about the
their
gaps? Is that not a detriment to him?
the gaps are there, and obviously you do need to use some form of offense that does have gaps. Like down one, Chakram has gaps.
Right.
You got to do it sometimes. Forward 3, Chakram, which is the quick double hitting armor break, but you can cancel into the low. That has a gap, but you got to use it sometimes. But in neutral, you shouldn't be using that. If you're gonna, end a string in a special, end it in the up kick and be safe, or do the couple of different options he has where the Chakram doesn't have gaps.
Yeah, that's
So-
why he's S. Because
I mean, having the gaps limits his total offensive ability, but he has enough other options that it's not that big of a deal.
So it sounds like
And
we're describing.
Honestly,
Go ahead.
I never liked the gap as a weakness argument either. I mean, it's definitely there, but I mean the thing is about the gap argument as the weakness is you have to have meter, and you have to have that choice in your head of am I going to burn all what I need in order to get out of this crazy insane pressure, and if it's somebody like Ronan who's going to get it off but not get a crazy punish out of it. But you get them off you, and then they're both back on your feet, and the pressure is back on. And
So-
the stamina isn't there, but it's gonna come back, and the neutral is decent enough.
Did you get a dog?
I have two. No.
Oh,
He's always had two. But by that same argument, Nick, if you have a gap, even slow armor like Ronin, unless it's like a gap that recovers super quickly, he can armor through that regardless. Because you're doing a normal, and the armor will hit you. It doesn't matter how slow it is. So
And
gaps are.
and like go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Oh well, yeah, and then basically just the fact that I think 75% of the cast has an armored launcher. I mean, if you have a gap and the character has meter, you're getting launched for a full combo, which really sucks. I mean, it's not the end of the world, and he doesn't have to do it all the time. If you don't have meter, who cares? But
Well, I have a question.
it's a detriment.
So everything we said about Shaolin, I feel like you could say the same thing about War God.
War God.
Like, what prevents War God and Shaolin from being in the same tier?
War God does not have 50/50 starters.
Okay.
Yeah,
His jump ins, while good, are not as good as
you can anti-air.
almost everyone here on this list, to be honest. I'd say
Unless you count specials.
Well, yeah. But and then the fact that War God is just more punishable in general. Like the swords are all punishable.
Okay, that's true.
And
No,
all
not
this
by the
stuff.
entire
I have
cast, though.
War God in the next tier. War God's very good, but just
Yeah,
start adding all
I'll
the
put him
other
in next
stuff.
there.
Yeah. And he's good. He's just not as good as these guys. So but so Shaolin,
Maybe
I
he's
think-
just a big pain in the ass for me, because every time, anytime, not any form of Kodokana's pick, but War God especially, it's just it's like, oh my god.
You have to have a character that can punish his overhead sword, or else you're gonna have a bad time. honestly.
Exactly, they're not all punishable by all characters, which is
Right.
why I would start putting him up there. Is that he doesn't necessarily have guaranteed punishable combos from everybody in the cast. He's very.
well, I mean,
specific.
he's got. I'm looking right now, and
But I mean, you look at Shaolin and look at War God. War God, like if you can punish his overhead sword, he loses almost pretty much instantly, because that's all he has.
and he has no
So-
projectiles that matter anyway.
Yeah. All he has is his, when his Oki set up with his regular sword toss, but that's setup dependent,
So yeah, I have War God on the next one, and then so my last one for S
I have.
is.
What's your last one?
No, you say you're Caleb's.
A-list Johnny.
Who?
Okay.
Oh, A-list, yeah.
Mine was as well.
100% agreed.
Yep, he is probably the best jailing pressure now in the game. Down 4 is amazing. Has a combo launcher. Has full screen armored move.
It's a pretty good anti-air.
Pretty good anti-air. Pretty good zoning too for a pressure character as well.
Cancel on a whiff.
And yeah, I don't know if there's any debate on that. I mean, he's good. I used to think he was S+, but the lack of the heavy reliance on stamina and the fact that he doesn't really have any 50/50s and that he's kind of slow.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Who are we talking about now?
Johnny.
A-list?
A-list.
Johnny. That's kind of what I thought. Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
think
I would keep Johnny out of S. Man, yeah, he's.
no, we have him in S, just not S+.
Oh, you do have an S. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he like totally craps all over a lot of characters.
Yeah, I mean he loses to sub, so that's probably why you don't mind too. You can't get through clone, but you know, everyone else he gives them a really hard time.
Oh, when do we get to sub?
All right, so
Need to go to
that's
work.
it for my S tier. Does anyone else have any other suggestions? I know like people like Jax, they like.
Well, I mean,
Jax
I would
is in
consider pumped up, but probably
Nah.
not, because his overheads are all punishable.
Like
and
his
all that.
50/50 isn't really like a 50/50 in
Yeah.
my
I
opinion.
know people like Jason. People like talking about.
Jason is I have to see more. Like I can't speak on it.
I think.
People-
I think there's a lot of theory,
I
but there's
think
not a lot of.
the theory is good. I personally love Unbreakable and Relentless. I love both of them, but the big problem with him is that you start getting your damage when it comes to Relentless when you start losing health. I mean, yeah, you can get decent damage, but once you start losing health is when you start getting big damage.
Yeah,
and
I don't
that's-
think Relentless
and
is anyway. That's the only one that can be
but
considered is
Unbreakable.
Unstoppable.
Or
Oh, yeah.
Unstoppable, my bad, yeah. But the thing about him also is he's kind of, he's a setup character also. You have to get that buff in, and you have
But the
to
thing is, his
sacrifice
setup
that
lasts
safely.
forever. Like at least the other characters, if you touch them, it'll go away.
It goes away,
But-
yeah.
His doesn't go away. And if you do the EX one, it's basically a guaranteed
But in
EX
Unstoppable,
damage buff.
doesn't his damage boost break armor? I think that's like a
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah,
It breaks
that's
armor,
the
but
thing.
but it's still a character you have to get rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it's S. I'm just saying these are some
he's
popular.
definitely the next.
I,
tier, but
he's A. I would say he's A. For
I would
sure.
say A+.